But we as a continent have now defined ourselves.
Hello, welcome to TOS TV, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Musaze Isesale, and this is TOS News Update at 6 a.m. The presidency has said no date had been fixed for the announcement of a successor to Inspector General of Police IGP Mohamed Adamu, who reached retirement age on Monday. Presidential spokesman Garba Shehu said on Monday on a television program that he was not aware of any imminent announcement. He said the appointment of the next IGP would not be based on ethnic considerations. I quote, "The president returns to Abuja on Tuesday. He should be at his desk by Wednesday. I don't know when he will do this. One thing I can assure you is that in places sensitive like that, there is no vacuum that will subsist. So the system will take care of itself. The president would rather have an IGP who will make you and I safer, protect life and property, than one who is more pronounced by his tribal marks. If you are going to appoint the service chiefs from every ethnic group in this country, you are going to have more than 250 IGPs, 250 chiefs of army staff, 250 chiefs of naval staff. It's not going to work like that, and they have their own systems of producing leadership." The ongoing National Identification Number NIN and Subscriber Identity Model SIM integration exercise has been extended by 8 weeks, with a new deadline of April 6, 2021. This message was conveyed by the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ali Ibrahim Patami, during the meeting of the Ministerial Task Force on NIN SIM registration, which held on Monday. Patami stated that the extension is to give Nigerians and legal residents more time to integrate their NIN with the SIM. He reiterated the need for Nigerians and legal residents who are yet to register for the NIN to be diligent and take advantage of the extension to enroll for their NIN and link with their SIMs. It will be recalled that the 4th of February 2020 was the initial date of the commencement of the National NIN SIM registration policy. The federal government has threatened to suspend flight operations from the United Arab Emirates, UAE, and the Netherlands due to the new COVID-19 protocols introduced by both countries for incoming international passengers. This disclosure was made by the Director General of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, Mr. Musa Nuhu, at the Presidential Task Force PTF on COVID-19 media briefing on Monday, February 1st in Abuja. No, in the statement said, in addition to the requirement, are a requirement for PCR tests before passengers depart from Nigeria to their countries. They are adding an extra requirement of having a rapid test done 4 hours before departure or before you board. For us, passengers do the test 72 hours before departure and then the PCR test, and the PTF recognizes the rights of all countries to put in measures to protect their citizens, just like Nigeria has done. If they insist on having this additional test being done, then PTF has decided that the operations will be suspended into Nigeria. You are watching your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS TV. Do stay with us for more stories. Welcome back. You're watching TOS News at 6 a.m. We continue with COVID-19 developments. An Abuja mobile court on Monday shut down the popular Wuse market in Nigeria's capital city. The UTC and the mall shopping plazas were also shut down for violating the presidential regulations on COVID-19. This came barely 6 days after President Muhammadu Buhari signed the COVID-19 Health Protection Regulations 2021. The same regulations were also rectified by FCTA 3 days ago with a directive by FCT Minister authorizing security agencies to arrest anyone violating the guidelines. The The trial magistrate Idayat Akoni fined the violators 2,000 naira each with an option of 2 weeks of community service. She also explained that the convicts were given lesser penalties because they were first offenders. Atta noted that the presidential regulations specifically said the management of public business facilities should take full responsibility of enforcement of the COVID-19 regulations, but these markets defaulted in all aspects. President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed grief at the passing of his longtime ally, friend, political loyalist, and former Minister of Information and Culture, Prince Tony Momoh. Reacting to the passage, President Buhari said Prince Momoh stood with him through thick and thin, adding his brand of loyalty is very rare in the politics of today. I will greatly miss him. The president, in a statement issued by Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Chief Femi Adesina in Abuja on Monday, recalled that as chairman, Media and Publicity of the All Nigerian People's Party campaign organization in the 2003 and 2007 elections, as well as chairman of the Congress for Progressive Change, the late Archie Prince contributed in no small measure to the growth and strengthening of the organizations, leading to the eventual formation of the All Progressives Congress, APC. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timi Silva, has said asking oil companies to relocate to the Niger Delta without addressing the security concerns will only escalate Nigeria's cost of crude oil production. Silva said this on Monday in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State, at a special town hall meeting organized by the state government and the Ministry of Petroleum Resources with chiefs, youths, and other stakeholders in the state. According to a statement by the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, responding to calls for the relocation of oil companies to the Niger Delta region, the minister said youths and residents of the region must eschew restiveness and work for peace and security as preconditions for multinationals to relocate. He said we will look at it from the perspective of cost. It will be cheaper for oil companies to operate from here because it is nearer from the operating areas. The only concern is that we have a responsibility to bring peace and security because that is another source of cost, Timi Silva said. You're watching TOS News Update at 6 on your Digital First Pan-African News Network. Still ahead is business and sports. Stay tuned. Thanks for staying tuned in business. The latest figures from the Central Bank of Nigeria revealed the external reserve stood at $36.39 billion as of January 27, I beg your pardon. On the external reserves position, the CBN noted that there had been an increase in the level of external reserves, which stood at 36.23 billion naira as of January 20 at $36.23 billion as of January 21. It stated that this reflected improvements in crude oil prices, partial global economic recovery, and made optimism over the discovery and distributions of COVID-19 vaccines by most developed economies. The reserves had experienced declines in recent months due to low oil receipts. External reserves as of October 30, 2020 fell by 0.3% and 10.2% to $35.58 billion. The decrease was due mainly to the CBN's objective of ensuring predictable macroeconomic environment through interventions in SMIS, BDC, and INE windows to stabilize the Naira exchange rate. And in sports, Blessing Okagbare Sunday night won the 60 million in a lifetime best of 7.17 seconds at the Second American Track League Series meeting in Fayetteville, United States. Despite a slow start in the race, Okagbare took the lead of a few meters to the end ahead of Jamaica's Christina Williams, who finished second at 7.18 seconds. And later, Okagbare said she hopes to complete in more races ahead of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. I'm really excited to set a personal best in 60M, I beg your pardon, and I'm going to be here again. I'm happy that I'm a bit healthier now. that I have been in the last 4 years. Also, it is a great feeling to be back on track, considering what has been happening since last year. So it is a great feeling to be back on track, and I hope to complete indoors more this year, she said. And that is the news update at 6 on your digital first Pan-African News Network. For more updates, visit our website www.tostvnetwork.com. Do follow and like TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS TV. I am Musa Zeh. It's Esale. Bye for now.